Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. I am Anton, bringing you today's Hammers headlines in association with KUMB.com. This is the 19th of April's rendition of Hammers headlines. And today I'm bringing you three stories as we do every single day through the week. And there's lots of West Ham content, as you can imagine. And today, West Ham were dealt a major blow in the news that Issa Diop has picked up an injury and could be out until the end of the season, which is not great. I've done a West Ham Daily Show earlier on, so please go across, check that show out, give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts on it. I've talked and discussed the opportunity for players like Declan Rice if he had to come back and sit in the centre-half position. I'm not for that, and I don't think Moyes will do that. I spoke about Ben Johnson slipping into the position alongside Creswell and maybe West Ham going to a back three with two wing backs. We don't know what's going to happen there. Or look at the youth system and look at the two players who I think one in particular is definitely ready. I've kept a keen eye on the under-23s over the last 3 or 4 seasons. AJ Alessi, ready to rock and roll. He's ready to do the job. Big deal, though, coming in and starting from the start against Chelsea, you could say. But I do honestly believe I've got the faith in what he can achieve and what he can do at West Ham. Classy on the ball, can read the game really well, can pinpoint a pass, great tackle. He's already played a couple of games for the club against Hull in the League Cup and against Dinamo Zagreb in the Europa League, although we did get beat in that game. But it was good to see a lot of the young players there. But Issa Diop's chance of a move away from West Ham has been dealt the blow because of the injury. So according to the French news outlet L'Equipe, West Ham centre-back Diop has begun looking at a summer exit. He arrived to the London Stadium in 2018 under Pellegrini, and we agreed on a club record fee of £22 million with Toulouse at the time. But he has struggled, you could say, to adjust to life in the English top flight, making 120-odd appearances for West Ham. And since the return of our manager, Mr. Moyes, Diop has found himself slipping down the pecking order in East London following the signings of Dawson and Kurt Zouma. Indeed, he has often found himself on the bench this season. Previously, though, a report from the French sources claimed that Lyon were very keen on signing the powerful defender, and it seems that move could have been advancing, and the Ligue 1 club are believed to have held talks with the 25-year-old ahead of the summer window opening. He's under contract until summer 2023. So GSB may well look at trying to cash him in, depending on how his injuries turn out, and how bad it does. However, despite the injuries, Diop has just made 25 appearances, still has made 25 appearances across all competitions this season, only completing 90 minutes on 8 occasions in the Premier League, and is unlikely to be offered a new deal by West Ham hierarchy as Moyes eyes defensive targets elsewhere. But the news of Diop being injured, this deal looks like it's potentially not going to happen. So what do you think? Let me know and put your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Diop? Do you think it's a long-term injury? And if it is, and if it isn't, can you see him leaving West Ham this summer with Moyes looking at other recruits moving forward? Next up, though, for West Ham is the news that we're considering a move to sign Burnley and England goalkeeper Nick Pope. He's 29 and he's spent the last 6 seasons at Burnley, clocking up 51 clean sheets in 148 games. He's about to enter the last 12 months of his contract, though Burnley do have an option of another year, but reports are suggesting that West Ham are interested. We could, of course, sign Areola from PSG. We've done plenty of stories on him with a clause worth about 10 million quid, though apparently West Ham are potentially unsure about meeting the huge 120k a week demands, and possibility of bringing in Pope for less is maybe too good an opportunity for us to miss. It would be a good signing, with West Ham in need of a goalkeeper or even in need of 2 goalkeepers. Fabianski turned 37 yesterday. Declan Rice is a massive fan of his England teammate Pope, telling several reporters back in early 2021, he said, Popey is a top goalkeeper. He's probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world at saving them. He's a top goalkeeper and a great lad as well. Pope is a top goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that is deserving of more than a relegation scrap. Yes, he's not one of the best with his feet or his distribution there, but he makes up for it in every other attribute, most notably his ability to claim the ball. And we saw that when he was playing West Ham, obviously, in the draw at the weekend. From set pieces or corners, Pope commands his penalty area. Anything between himself and 10 yards out, he is confident of getting. Twin that with the shot stopping and leadership, and £10 million is potentially a bargain. And those saves in the 1-1 draw with Burnley at the weekend really did open our eyes to the possibility of bringing him in. Get your comments in and let me know your thoughts on West Ham potentially eyeing up Pope, Sam Johnston, Areola, Fabianski, David Martin potentially retiring. Who do we bring in the number one spot? It will remain interesting to see. But last and not least, and I don't know how fans take this news. I feel that fans maybe would be happy about it, but apparently we could lose Masuaku in the summer transfer window, and I think we're probably expecting that he will leave the club. But apparently Fulham are interested in the signature of Masuaku. That's according to several reports. Claimed today that the Fulham are eyeing up to potentially 6 recruits to bolster their squad upon the Premier League return, which could be as confirmed as soon as possible. Marco Silva knows Masuaku from his time at Olympiacos in Greece, when the fullback made 33 appearances in all competitions and won the league title under the Portuguese in 2015 and 16 season. Masuaku's only managed 12 Premier League outings this season, has fallen down David Moyes' pecking order behind Creswell and Ben Johnson. With West Ham's rise in recent times, it was always going to be likely that some fringe players would be able and won't be able to make this step up. And that certainly seems the case with Masuaku. You could say usually a reliable backup to clear first choice Creswell, but now really struggling for game time after Johnson's continuing development. He has been a reliable servant to the club since joining since 2016, but now it seems like it's an amicable split is the best thing for both parties. What would you do if Masuaku left and went to another Premier League rival when Fulham are announced the championship champions? It'll be an interesting summer, definitely an interesting summer, of course. And that is the end of your 19th of April's Hammers headlines. Let me know your thoughts on the Diop injury and how that will affect West Ham, and will that affect him leaving in the summer? Let me know your thoughts on West Ham being linked to Nick Pope of Burnley. We saw how good he was at the weekend, and let me know your thoughts on departure in Masuaku potentially heading to Fulham. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit a thumbs up. Please go and, if you're be interested in becoming a channel member, go and check it out. I've done a West Ham Daily Show earlier on today talking about the impact of Issa Diop. Go and check that out as well. Stay safe and keep following the Hammers. Come on, you Irons.